Algebra Review, Exponents and Radicals. This is number 29. So here now I have 6 all divided by 2 radicals that are being subtracted on the bottom. And I can't reduce root 5 minus root 2 anymore. I can't subtract those at all. But one of the rules for division with radicals is that you're not allowed a radical in the denominator of a fraction, just like you're not allowed to have a 0 in the denominator of a fraction. So the process was to multiply this whole fraction by its conjugate. So do you guys remember what conjugate was? The conjugate of these two things here is basically rewriting that whole thing, and all I'm going to be doing is changing the sign that was in the middle. So this minus now is going to become a plus, and I'm going to be multiplying the top and the bottom by that root 5 plus 2 to balance the fraction. What you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. So a conjugate is taking basically the same thing and just switching the sign that's in between those two radicals. Okay, now once I've done that, I need to figure out, okay, let's see what happens to the top. For now, I suggest that you just leave it as 6 and then in parentheses, keep that root 5 plus root 2, because usually what happens is that 6 can be simplified or reduced with what is ever in the denominator. Now let's talk about the denominator. So I am multiplying these two things by itself, the conjugate. So I'm basically going to be multiplying root 5 times itself, which comes out to be 5. And then I'm going to be multiplying again root 2 times itself, which comes out to be 2. And now what is the two signs that I have there? A negative times a positive is a minus. So I have 5 minus 2. So now let's see what we have left. The top is still 6 over this. And what's on the bottom? 3. Now here's what I was saying before, that don't multiply the 6 out, because now what happens is I could cancel this 3 into that 6. I'm allowed to because they're both numbers. And that becomes 2 times the square root of 5 plus the square root of 2. And then I could multiply, do my distributive property. So I'm going to be multiplying 2 times root 5, 2 root 5, and then 2 times root 2, which is 2 root 2. And there is my answer.